Cocaine bear, it's all in the title. There's a bear in the woods of Georgia who consumes an ungodly amount of cocaine and then goes on a killing spree looking for more cocaine.
The bear, it fucking did cocaine. A bear did cocaine.
When I started the process, with the cocaine bear, my biggest concern was that the bear be photorealistic. I really wanted the audience to go along with this story. I didn't want a single frame to take them out of the movie. It had to feel like a Nat Geo documentary about a bear that did cocaine. It couldn't be something silly. It couldn't seem animated in any way. We just wanted to make sure, no, this is a bear in nature and it's doing natural things and acting like a real bear, and what does that look like and how do we create it? The element of cocaine added just a little more fun and edge to the bear that we were creating. So everything was based in reality, but then we always reminded ourselves, but it's also on cocaine, so what can we stretch of the truth? Can the bear run a little faster than a bear typically would? Could it jump a little higher than a bear typically would? And the answer to that, we decided, was, yeah, why not?
No, don't eat that.
Let's see what kind of effect that has on us.
Well, I worked with Weta Digital Workshop. They do tons of studies of animals and behavior. Their studies are very technical in terms of how this fur moves when it walks and how it looks when it's wet. All of the really intricate details of how the weight of the bear moves, how it interacts with the ground, how it jumps, walks. The first thing you do is a motion study of a bear just walking. What does the gait look like? How does it interact with the ground? How do its paws move? It's really technical, basic stuff. What I was really interested in, though, is bear behavior and looking at tons of videos of bears doing all kinds of things. Eating, drinking, playing, climbing. And then the other thing we looked at were attack videos, like humans post-attack, and what does that look like? What do ripped off limbs look like, for instance? Because this bear does do some of that as well. So Cocaine Bear is played by a bear performer named Alan Henry, and Alan trained with Andy Serkis. He's a New Zealand guy, also a stunt person, which was really important to us too. This person needed to be as much of the size and scope of the bear as we could get out of a human. Also had to be trained to walk as a quadruped, so using prosthetic limbs. Had to carry the bear's head on his head so that the eye line was right for all the actors involved, and then had to actually perform stunts and interact with the human actors. You don't see a single frame of him in the movie, but I feel his spirit in all of the shots of Cocaine Bear because he did a lot of walking through frames, setting things up. And then we also had our bear head, which was made by Weta, with the fur and coloration and scars and things that the bear was gonna have once it was created digitally. This was a model that was made and was put into every situation for lighting purposes. We actually wanted to see how the light played off of the fur of the bear and the eyeballs and things like that, so we could figure out exactly how to position the bear in the frame. I was excited to use a lot of special effects and prosthetics. We shot as much as we could in camera. You know, when you're making a film where the lead character is never there, it felt to me like everything else had to be as real as possible. So we are not in green boxes shooting anything. We are in the woods with the real light interacting with the trees, with the ground, the leaves, the wind, all of it. So it's a really intricate process to basically put the bear into these scenarios with our actors. And ultimately, I couldn't be happier with the product that we have. I think there's certain shots of this movie just stun me. It just looks like I am watching a nature video, and I love that about the bear. That's the main thing I wanted. I want people to go into the woods like after Jaws, when people didn't want to go into the water, I want people to go into the woods and be really afraid of meeting up with a black bear. Which, by the way, you shouldn't be, because they're not particularly dangerous to humans when they're not on cocaine.